Alright, so I am back once again. You guys have been hounding me about this video the past few minutes about Playboy. So I'm going to bring you what I have, and I only have 6. One of them recently purchased a few days ago, maybe a week ago, something like that. I haven't worn it yet, but I have smelled it twice. Once in the store, because they don't wrap them in cellophane. They just have them sitting on the counter or a shelf just like this, and you can easily just walk up, open the top, pull the fragrance out, and smell it. That is one reason why I have the ones I have, because I like the smells of them. One question was if I had to pick 3 to 5 fragrances from the Playboy line, which ones would I pick? So I had to go through this big ass box, pick out all 6 of the fragrances that I have, and respray, because I haven't worn them in a long time, and see what the hell I like and what I don't like. And the 3 that I came up with that I personally like more than the other 3 is Play It Wild, New York, and VIP. Those are my favorite. Now my top favorite would probably be the New York one. It just has, to me, a way better vibe than the rest of them. I think Play It Wild is the one that I said the other day has the pineapple. It has, I think it was blueberry and some other fruit that's in it, which technically is my favorite, but New York seems to stand out a little bit more. And all of these are sweet as hell, so if you're not into sweet fragrances, don't pick any of these up, because they are very sweet. They're really not meant to be worn in the summer heat, more for cooler weather, like maybe a cool spring day or like fall. I don't know if they will hold up in the winter, like the super cold, because they're not that heavy in fragrance. But for the most part, the 6 that I have all together are the New York, VIP, Play It Wild. The newest one is Endless Night, and I think I did a first impression on this one. And I have hashtag Generation and London. And I will say that I have seen different bottle and fragrance coloration, juice coloration, on several of these. There are different bottles and different colors. So even if you see one that doesn't look like the one I have, but it still says Play It Wild or New York or whatever, I'm assuming that they smell the same. I haven't smelled any of the other ones. I just know I looked them up on Fragrance X. And some of these, when you type them in, it gives you a different type bottle style and a different juice color variation. These fragrances from the House of Playboy are not bad, but they're not top quality either. They're like some off-brand type stuff that somebody just, home brewed a concoction of, and they just smell good. The performance on them is not that great. They're maybe average or just below average. You're gonna get probably like maybe 2 hours of decent projection. Longevity probably about, depending on the circumstance, because when I wore these it was in the summer, so I did sweat and stuff like that. So between 3 to maybe 5 hours of longevity on all of these. But all of them I know about except Endless Night. I can vouch for the other 5. Every time I wore these, I did get compliments. If it wasn't but one compliment, at least I know I got something off of these. So people who sit back and tell you that some of these more inexpensive ones don't do anything or they're not worth purchasing, they a bold-faced lie. Because I've gotten compliments with these, and these fragrances usually run you, like this one, ran me $6.99, and it came from Bell's, which is I think the equivalent of Burke's outlet or whatever. But they're very inexpensive. You can also find these at City Trend, and I think they're cheaper at City Trend also. Every blue moon, I might see one of these pop up at Ross, but for the most part, Bell's is like the only place I've ever really seen these in abundance. I can walk into Bell's almost any day, and they're bound to have, if not what I already have, you might find something new, which is why I found Endless Night that I never smelled before. Now, Endless Night is one that is not bad, but it's not my favorite. And this one, they tried to put like a spin on it and add some woods to it. And what woods that there is, I don't know. It just says woody, zesty, leathery, magnetic blend. I could have looked it up online, but I was being lazy as hell. Let's see. I thought there was something on the side of the box, but I guess not. Anyway, if you want to know what's in these fragrances, you can always Google it, look it up. But this one is not bad. It's just not one of my favorites. It may be something I have to get used to. And never spray and sniff these immediately, because they do have that what they call it, that maker's alcohol, or perfumer's alcohol, I should say. And if you stick your nose directly into it and inhale, you will get a whiff of it, like I did. It's not a bad fragrance. It has the scent DNA of the rest of them, just a super sweet type fragrance. This one just has a woody aspect to it, which is not bad. But I'm used to the other ones already being just syrupy, sweet type fragrances. They are pretty damn good though. I can't complain. I'm one of those guys, you already know, that I don't mind taking a fragrance with me and putting it in my bag and reapplying throughout the day. I don't care. A lot of people are going to moan and groan and grovel and, oh, a fragrance just don't perform, and I don't want to be the guy who's carrying a decant around all the time. Well, everything is not going to perform the way you want it to. And even if you spend an arm and a leg and spend $300, $400, $500 on a bottle of Creed or whatever the hell you spend it on, it don't even perform that well. So stop complaining. Do what you got to do. If you got to make a decant, take a decant with you, man. There's no need in crying about it. I don't mind taking it with me. I just stick it in my little shoulder bag. If I need to reapply throughout the day, I just step into the equipment room, hit myself a couple times, and go about my business. People bitching and moaning and crying about performance and all this kind of stuff, man, it is what it is. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you're scared to try it, keep being a chicken shit and just don't buy it. I mean, it's not gonna kill me. I own it, so it don't bother me with, one way or the other. I'm just trying to give you guys a heads up on what's out here, because I know people are curious. Sometimes they don't want to buy certain things because they're not sure about them. And that's what we're here for most of the time, to pick up some of this stuff to let you guys know, hey, it's not worth it, don't buy it, or it's worth it, buy it. I'm getting compliments off of these, so obviously to me it's worth it. I just don't wear them that much because I have a whole shelf full of shit over here that I need to get through and review and give you guys insight on also. So whenever I can double back around and get to some of these older fragrances that I have, then that's what I'll do. Henceforth, why I'm here now bringing you these. Not bad fragrances whatsoever, guys. Like I said, if you're into sweet fragrances, then hey, check them out. You're only gonna spend like what, $7 if you buy it in certain spots. Some places you're gonna get them for cheaper than that, and it's not gonna break the bank. And if you don't like one or two of them, just stop buying them. Or just do what I do when I go into the store. They're not in cellophane. They're just sitting on a shelf. Take one out, spray it on the box if you don't want to spray it on your skin. Smell it. If you like it, get it. If you don't, walk away from it. that's about all I can say about these Playboy fragrances. I like them. Like I said, they're not the best. They're not on the level of Dior or, you know, Chanel and stuff like that. Yes, they are a cheaper brand. They're very inexpensive. I know a lot of people frown and turn their nose up at these inexpensive fragrances, and that's why these videos, I tell you guys in the video itself, if you're a niche snob or you have one of them high-end fragrance collections, just don't even watch this particular video. If I do one on Dior Sauvage, of course, tune in, watch. But this particular video isn't for those type of people. It's for people like me who don't really care about these type fragrances being in a collection or just testing them out. Because I can always, like, there are people who are interested in them now. That's why I'm making this video. May buy them from me. Yes, they're up for grabs. If you want to buy them, shit, what, about $5 a piece? I ain't losing. So it is what it is, guys. I just thought I would bring you this video so you guys can get off my back about doing these Playboy fragrances. I have no issue with doing them. I'm just kidding with you guys. But anytime y'all have a suggestion about something like y'all do, just throw it out there. And like this, I can jump on here and do it real quick and get it out the way. No harm, no foul. All right, guys, here's to smelling great. I'm out. Peace.